All right, this is Phil Hueston from All Star Sports Academy, and I'm here with UFC Lightweight Frank, the Answer Edgar, who has agreed to sit down and answer a couple of our riveting questions. Morning, Frank. How are you?
Doing well. How are you guys doing?
We're doing great. Let's get right to it. You came to the UFC noted for your wrestling skills. How has that changed for you, and where do you see room for yourself to grow and improve?
Yeah, I came in as predominantly a wrestler. Wrestling in college. In this sport, the way it's evolved, you have to be good at everything. So I've been concentrating on, becoming a well-rounded fighter. My boxing, I think, has picked up, pretty good. And I think the biggest place where I want to improve next would be I'd say offensively in Jiu-Jitsu. Defensively, I think I'm sound. Offensively, I think I'm there, but I want to be able to, submit guys in the cage.
So, Frank, your nickname is The Answer. Is there a story to how you got that nickname?
I'd say the biggest thing is it sounds good with Edgar, But my buddy Chris Ligori gave it to me. He's been fighting for quite a long time before I got into the game, and his wrestling was his biggest concern, and I kind of was the answer for that for him. I helped him with his wrestling, and then he says, I was always fighting, I always had the answer for my opponent, so it kind of stuck.
So it turns out you were the answer for the story. That's a great story for us. They think of you as a small lightweight, and this question actually comes to us from Brian, your trainer. What advantages do you think that gives you in terms of both fighting, in and out of the octagon?
Well, in the cage, it definitely gives me the speed advantage. The fact that I'm in probably better shape than most guys, I think, because I'm a little bit smaller and I'm not cutting weight. It's not stress on my body. It's not stress mentally. Cutting weight, I cut weight my whole life through wrestling, and that beats you up mentally and physically. So it's kind of nice to be on the other end of it now. Yeah,
you've talked a little bit about how rough it is to come down from being huge to making weight as a lightweight. Frank, I'm sure you've heard there's a rumor about a WEC-UFC merger. Would you be excited about the possibility of fighting at 145? You've got Pulver, Faber, and Brown. Who would you most like to take a shot at?
Right now, I definitely want to concentrate on 55. I think I'm successful enough to, vie for that belt first. BJ Penn's the guy I want to fight. He's the champion of my weight right now. 145, it's yet to be seen if they're really going to merge. There's been rumors for a couple of years now. We'll see what happens. But if I was going to fight anybody, it'd actually probably be the guy that just beat Brown, is that guy Jose Aldo, who looks pretty tough. So my thing is I always want to fight the best guys. So, in the future, if I go down to 45 or he comes to 55, I'm sure that would be a great fight.
I've been reading the MMA blogs, and they're talking about your fight on December 5th, which is going to be on Spike against Matt Veach. And they're saying this is a fight you shouldn't take lightly, but the bigger argument is, how dangerous is this a fight for you, and how much Pellegrino and Veach really differ in the octagon. And I was just want to get your opinion if you're training differently in terms of fighting for Veach than you were for Pellegrino, and how it works and how it makes a difference for you.
Well, yeah, no, I don't take anybody lightly. I was once the guy that was, 5-0 coming into UFC and not known. So, this guy's trying to make his name on my back, and I'm not going to let that happen. He's definitely very dangerous. But the difference between him and Pellegrino is, I would say, Veach is a little bit more of a stronger wrestler than Pellegrino. Pellegrino is a better jiu-jitsu guy and more well-rounded, I would say, with a bigger name. So, for me, I just worry about my tools and what I got to do for myself to win the fight. I really don't concentrate on too much of their skills, just as long as I know what they're good at.